City Rollers, but today they're just skating as CRDL.
Just CRDL,
Yes.
That's it. Okay. They have an alpha team, alpha something.
Oh.
I'll come up with it. I'll look it up.
All right, Rage Horse is jamming for Orange Thunder, and she gets the lead jammer, Fast and Furiosa. Canberra's jammer still stuck in the pack, manages to find an inside lane, does a little hop.
Beautiful jump there.
Takes a tumble, but up on one knee. And Convict City is going to lose their jammer for a back block penalty, and they're going to be off to the bin.
But it is a very fast-moving pack. And, in fact, Fast and Furiosa is making her way through it now, trying to find some space, or trying to create some space, really.
Some nice offense from Canberra allows Fast and Furiosa to get through and notch up another 4 points for Canberra.
In a power jam situation now, it's a good opportunity for Canberra.
especially since Convict City only have 2 blockers on the track. They've lost 2 blockers to penalties.
We've seen a penalty just now going to Canberra, maybe a second as well to it. Yep, a second penalty being attributed to another Canberra blocker. So good opportunity still sustained for Convict City.
Of course, Rage Horse is back on the track. Another 4 points for CCR, Convict City from Tasmania. All right. Orange Thunder have lost another blocker to the bin. Both jammers still circling around. This is a high-scoring jam so far.
We don't have a lead jammer, do we?
No, it's going to run the whole 2 minutes. Plenty of scoring opportunities.
Ooh, sandwich. Jammer sandwich.
Fast and Furiosa tries to find an inlet on the inside, but she comes down into the inside of the track. She's going to have to recycle back to that turn number 3.
And there it is. The 2 minutes are up. And you can see that this was a long jam for our skaters. There's a few deep breathing chests, I think.
So that was 16 points for CCR notched up in that jam. 14 points for Canberra. The score is now 28-17. Orange Thunder are leading.
If you're joining us online, we are at the Eltham Leisure Centre. We are on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. So thank you and acknowledgement to any Indigenous people here today, including the elders of the Wurundjeri, past, present, and emerging back to the Derby.
All right, we've got Flickety Split jamming for Convict City, but Barry's alive. The Canberra jammer is the lead jammer. Tries to come through on that first lane, but takes a tumble.
Did she land a foot in? I don't think so. She's being recycled.
She has been recycled all about 30 feet back, but manages to make it through. Gets past gets past the other blocker, and Canberra has now added 4 more points. The game is getting a lot closer. Convict City 2 more points. We're now 30-21 in favor of Convict City, but we're only 6 jams into this first half. There's still 22 minutes left in the first half. Plenty of Derby.
Plenty of Derby left. I do want to say I didn't watch Game 3, but of the first Game 1, 2, and then this game, this is probably the most exciting so far, the most sort of revved up. It could also be, though, because I'm more awake now than I was previously.
Some of that good Melbourne coffee in you. But yes, so far this is a very close scoring game. Right now only 9 points separates the teams. Both teams have had success with scoring so far. We got Bad Apple jamming for CCR, Lemmy Adam for Canberra. Both jammers still stuck on that first straight.
Yeah, that's right. 2 kind of separate packs, a bit of a tripod and even an offense from very similar. We've got the Convict City offenses dropped back in the middle to sustain that pack. Got some offense coming in from Canberra now, try and help out.
That was Grimwrath, number 16. They're trying to do a little bit of offense to get their jammer out, but still, both jammers still caught up in this traffic jam. Bad Apple takes a tumble, gets right back up. Canberra and Convict City blockers bridging to keep the pack legal.
Yeah, 2 bridging jammers now, back to 1. And there we go. Got a jammer finally out of the pack. That's lead jammer status to Canberra.
That's Lemmy Adam coming around for her first scoring pass, while Bad Apple is still stuck.
Ooh, good timing. That was Chugs from Convict City. Perfect timing. Lemmy Adams back up and around and almost at the front of the pack and is out.
That's 4 more points for Canberra, inching closer, eating away at that early lead that Convict City has. And it looks like Convict City has done a star pass, passing the jammer helmet cover to number 85, Diva Death Roll, the pivot blocker. 4 more points for Canberra.
That was a pretty impressive jam just there. To be honest, when I look at the score now, I'm surprised it's not low, but I kind of in my head had it going on for like 20 points or something. There was a lot of work involved in that jam, I think.
There was a lot of work, yes. Convict City had a bit of trouble trying to get out, had to do the star pass, was only able to get 3 points on that jam before the jam ended, but Canberra was able to capitalize on that, on their defense and get much needed 8 points. So the score is there's only 4 points dividing them right now. 33 for Convict City, 29 for Canberra Roller Derby League. We've got a timeout, but the action should get started in just a moment. No one in the bin, both teams on full strength.
I like to call it a heavy track. That's not true.
And Rage Horse, lead jammer for Convict City. Pink Mist for Canberra being recycled back to the middle of the straight, having a bit of trouble. But her teammates can't help her out because they've got Rage Horse to deal with.
That Canberra blocking pack is so strong.
Some really nice footwork, a little bit of toe tapping on that inside lane, and Rage Horse is through for 4 points for Convict City. Pink Mist still having a devil of a time as Convict City comes around for yet another scoring pass. Pink Mist finally out now. And Convict City calls off the jam, denying Canberra any points. CCR notched up 11 points in that jam, pulling away for the first time significantly this first half.
An impressive effort. In between there, we just saw a Canberra player go to the bin with a back block, I believe. So we'll see slightly lighter back, but pretty much everyone starting up front with a rollback into the jammers. And we get Fast and Furiosa out in front in lead. Very easy up the inside.
And the Convict City jammer Ray shoving off a block like it was nothing. Oh, pile up on the outside straight. And that's going to be that jam. But we've got a player who is taking a rest. Not sure exactly what happened. It was one of the players who took a tumble for Canberra. Loose cannon. Hopefully they'll be okay. We've got one of our medical staff coming over to have a chat. Oh, BAM. And we'd love to give a shout out to Convict City Rollers number 13, BAM, who is the Rebellion Tournament Director, has played many, many roles, worn many, many hats. Only 8 wheels, though, because that's all you're allowed in this sport.
Give it up for Alabama.
Thank you so much for all of your work. And thank you to all the officials. Thank you to the non-skating officials. Thank you to the referees. Thank you to the people scoring, the medical staff, the people selling merch and bake sale goods. Thank you to everyone who has come together to put this tournament on. As you know, roller derby is overwhelmingly volunteer sport and community,
really is.
and it's everyone's hard work and sweat, blood, and tears that puts it all down.
And somehow, instead of like other sports where you have 1 or 2 refs, we've decided to throw in like 20 officials.
20 or so, 25 sometimes. Anyway, back to the action. We've got Flickety Split for Convict City as lead jammer for the Orange Thunder. Barry's Alive, Canberra, just coming out of that pack around the first apex. Flickety Split flicks off that Canberra defense. 4 more points on the board for Convict City.
Coming up to this bright lime green 3-piece of a Canberra. Flickety Split still struggling in the back and now getting squished by every other player on the track.
Yeah, Convict City had to come in and throw a little offense her way, which managed to break up the pack a bit, but everyone's reformed pretty quick. And Flickety Split is out.
Someone had to come out successful out of that, what really over here looks like. There's a lot going on, that's all I can say.
Meanwhile, Barry's Alive is being recycled back about 40 feet to turn number 2. Trying to find her way on the inside lane, having a lot of resistance. Both jammers in the pack, but Flickety Split is out. Finishing, nope, she's decided to call it off. That's the jam. Convict City pulling away with another 11 points for that jam. Canberra notching only 4. Current score is 58 for Convict City, 33 for Canberra Roller Derby League.
Definitely pulling away now, this Convict City team. A shout out then to our refs. Cleful Consideration, Spanners, Always Latte, Rebel Clef, KO, Disaster Chief, and Hells Yeah.
Thank you to our zebras. All right, back in the game. Rage Horse jamming for Convict City in the orange. Lemmy Adam for Canberra in the green. And we've got Rage Horse coming out of the stable to become lead jammer. Followed by Lemmy Adam.
Oh, a couple of Convict skaters go down.
Oh, a few unearned errors there. Convict City pulling ahead with another 4 points.
Ooh.
Scoreless jam for Canberra.
Are we getting replays? Is that what's starting to happen? I think we're starting to get a few replay. Not right now. Now is live. Sorry, my bad. But I think we're getting some replay footage for those of you streaming online. That's pretty fancy. I'm pretty impressed with this setup. All right.
Eat your heart out, ESPN.
Yeah, we got it all going on in Eltham.
All right, Bad Apple from the Apple Isle, jamming for Convict City. Pink Mist.
Another good one. Too good.
I'm all about the Australian references. Pink Mist jamming for Canberra. The territory where fireworks are legal.
That's right.
Convict City lead jammer yet again, Bad Apple, falling far from that pack. Well, Pink Mist
that's
still...
enough. That's enough.
Okay, I'll dial it back.
Oh, big fall there for Bad Apple.
Oh, that's
to the inside of the track. We'll just invoke what's the really bad commentator from
Marv Albert?
No. Dodgeball.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah, that's a big hit over there, Cotton. Number 86, Bad Apple, through still in lead. That's 4 points for the Convicts. Meanwhile, Canberra's reforming, getting ready to trap that jammer. Does a good job. That's 911 Serial Killer.
And that's going to be the jam. 8 more points on the board for Convict City, pulling away with 70 points to Canberra's 33. Canberra scoreless in that last jam. Convict City definitely with the momentum right now. Canberra have 13 minutes left in this first half to try and pull ahead on the board.
Yeah, just slowly claw back a couple of points, just slowly each jam.
Just one jam at a time.
That's right. That's all you can do. All right, as we start, we've got Flickety Split jamming for Orange Thunder, Fast and Furious, donning the star for Canberra. It is Convicts out in front first. A bit of a tumble going on in the pack. It's remaining pretty hectic, I've got to say. Oh, Chugs again just wiping out the Canberra pivot jammer.
Yeah, these are some really fast-moving packs in this game. We're seeing the results of that on the scoreboard as the jammers push the pack around and look for holes. Convict City Flickety Split comes around with another 4 points on the board for the Tasmanian team.
Out in front now, this is the Canberra, what was the pivot.
That's
now the jammer.
Yeah, Coffin Fit, the pivot blocker, taking the star pass. But unfortunately, as has happened, we've seen a few times today, there's been a star pass, but they don't have enough time to capitalize on it because the other team has called the jam off.
That's right, the jammer's aware of it. So I might just use this time to give a shout out to our NSOs in this game. We've got Red Menace, Fluke, Librolian, Locksmith, Molotov Blocktail, Ghoul Scout, Zazzle, John Ref Kennedy, and Chuckles.
Thank you to our whizzes with the stats, the NSOs. Rage Horse, the Convict City Jammer, has become lead jammer. Barry's Alive, jamming for Canberra, still stuck on that first straight.
There's a lot of action going on in that first straightaway, but with the Canberra jammer is now through, that sort of opens up some space for the Convicts. Hypothetically.
Oh, a nice little apex hop from Barry's Alive. But she's right behind Rage Horse, the orange jammer for Convict City. Both jammers sizing each other up as they come around for another scoring pass.
Some nice offense coming through for the Convict jammer.
It's going to be 4 more points for Convict City. Barry's Alive still stuck behind an orange wall. Her teammate HMAS Barge trying to knock some of them down for her.
Some nice work going on out there. There's really quality roller derby.
Canberra have notched another 6 points on the board, but so Convict City has 12 more points on the board. So this, both teams are scoring, but right now there is still a lead of about 46 points that Canberra is going to have to battle back from. 87-39 in favor of Convict City. All right, Lemmy Adam jamming for Canberra in the green. Ray jamming for Convict City, and Ray is our lead jammer this jam. Ray comes through again without any opposition whatsoever on that inside lane as Lemmy Adam is still trying to find an outlet. Ray switches things up to the outside, again gets through without even a scratch. This is going to be a high-scoring jam for Convict City, it looks like. Lemmy Adam being recycled back by some bridging blockers in the orange. And another scoring trip for Ray.
Lemmy Adams still fighting all of the wall of orange. Gets popped to the outside and recycled back in. Gonna have another go at this tripod. Hopefully some support coming from Hurt Cobain. In the meantime, Canberra sustaining a multiplayer penalty, so that's number 32, Bobbin Weaver, heading to the bin. Oh, some rough and tumble action in the absence of jammers still going on. And now it's good pack awareness.
Well, we've got a power jam for Canberra as the orange Convict City jammer Ray sits down after a very successful 16 points so far this jam. Of course, there's no lead jammer, so this jam will go the full 2 minutes. Lemmy Adam knocked on the inside by a quickly reforming Convict City wall. Trying to find somewhere on the outside, tries lane 1. Not much success right now on this trip around. And the jam runs out of time. Very successful jam for Convict City. 19 points they've notched up in that last jam. 4 points for Canberra. The score as it stands, 106-43. The Tasmanian team is leading.
Wow, that is a sizable lead. They continue to pull away, this Orange Thunder team. I think when you come all the way from another island, you really put the effort in. That's right. Another island.
It is, it's true. Flickety
all right,
split
back
jamming.
on track.
Yeah, flickety split jamming for Canberra. Gets out of the pack first to become lead jammer. Pink mist for Canberra. Still stuck on that straight. Convict City walls reforming around her, and she cannot find an outlet.
No, that's right. She's trying the lateral movement, but is now really just stuck in that tripod. There's these blockers aren't letting her go anywhere. Oh, and getting some help now from number 911, that serial killer. But in the meantime, the jam has been entirely recycled, and we've got Convicts who have just done a lap.
She's still having trouble on turn 2, but flickety split went through one scoring pass, is coming around for her next one. Stuck behind a tight Canberra wall, but some offensive help from the Convict City Orange Thunder is able to let her call off the jam.
This is a super strong team we're seeing here from Convict City. I haven't seen them play for quite a while, but I do know that Northside and Convict City tend to play each other quite regularly, so I used to see them quite often. I've been out of the loop and I haven't seen these guys for a while, but they are so strong and their communication on track is looking really, really good.
All right, jamming for Convict City, Rage Horse. Jamming for Canberra, Fast and Furiosa. And Convict City gets lead jammer. Fast and Furiosa putting her helmet cover back on as she comes around to start her first scoring trip. But Rage Horse is in front. Having a bit of trouble, decides to call it off. Trying to deny Canberra those points they desperately need to try and close up that gap. Currently 115-43. Convict City in the lead. Who's here for supporting Canberra Roller Derby League? Let's hear you. Yeah.
Is that it?
I want to make sure they got some love as well, because we know the Convict City fans are out in force.
Yeah, it's true. The silence. All right.
Everyone's watching the game. They're concentrating. But Bad Apple becomes lead jammer for Convict City. Barry's alive, the Canberra jammer. And it looks like we've had a star pass for Canberra.
That was a very efficient helmet cover application, actually.
Yeah, Grimwrath, the pivot blocker. Again, we see a star pass with the pivot turn jammer denied. That was only a 1-point jam. Convict City notching up another one, 116-43.
Nice and quick. Hit it and quit it. We're about 4 minutes left in this first half. So getting through this game. Got a lot of players on track. It's an empty box.
Let's see if Convict City can capitalize on the momentum that they clearly have. But it looks like Canberra, Lemmy Adam, is going to take lead jammer this jam. Rage Horse right behind her. Pax racing up the far straight to try and reform to become legal before those jammers hit. Lemmy Adam decides to call it off, notching up 1 point for Canberra. Another hit it and quit it jam.
Is that... I mean, we haven't seen many lead jammers coming from Canberra in this first half.
No.
I know they started that way, but then I stopped.
No,
stopped recording statistics because I can't do more than one thing at a time.
Well, we can watch roller derby and talk about roller derby. Those are two things.
I think that's why I'm not talking that much. All right. We're about to start. We've got 2 jammers. We've got 8 blockers. We've got Flickety Split wearing orange, Pink Mist wearing the star, and green Ooh. Pink Mist still struggling at the back, as is Flickety Split. It's a bit of a cluster going on. Oh, and we've got Canberra with lead status out front. Looks like Pink Mist might have copped a big old hit to the face.
Convict City have done a star pass, passing to their pivot blocker, Blocktopus. Now Jamtopus. Canberra decides to hit it and quit it, but that was a 4-4 jam, so it remains to be seen how successful that was for them. But they have now gotten lead jammer 2 jams in a row. Can they keep this momentum up? They've got a little over 2 minutes left in this first half to try and close up that lead. Currently 120 for the Convict City Rollers, 48 for Canberra Roller Derby League.
But like you say, with 2 lead jammers in the last 2 jams, they could go and maintain that pressure.
Well, they're not going to in this jam. Rage Horse is going to get lead jammer raging through that pack very fast. Yeah. The Orange Thunder. Fast and Furiosa is finally out for Canberra. Rage Horse is past those blockers, calls it off. 4 more points for Convict City. Another scoreless jam for Canberra.
I think so. That last jammer was at Rage Horse. They discovered gaps that didn't look like they were there, and just straight through.
And of course, that's what you need to be a good jammer. You need to be able to find the white space. You have to go where the blockers aren't. I know that sounds simple.
Sounds really simple
when you say it like that, but
it's not so easy.
When the blockers move around, it's hard to know where they're going to go. And Canberra gets another lead jammer. 3 out of the last 4 lead jammer. Barry's alive. Flickety Split, the Orange Thunder jammer, following about 30 feet behind.
We've got a very fast-moving pack right now.
And Canberra takes a tumble but calls it off.
And a very excited jammer there.
Little sliding action.
Well done. Well done.
4 more points for Canberra. Canberra actually denying points to Convict City. That's big for them.
That's really
so far
good.
in this game. They really need to
continue on this path. Maintain whatever you're doing now to bring back the game.
Notch up the points and neutralize the Convict City jammer.
Yeah.
That's their goal.
That's right. Control.
But Ray, the Convict City jammer, has gotten lead. Lemmy Adam about 1 straight behind her. Pax reforming at turn 1. Oh! Ray tries an apex jump, denied by the hip of, it looked like that was number 52 for Canberra.
It was a perfectly timed.
Beautifully timed hit.
Well done, Boomerang.
Scoreless jam.
I just want to say that person's name again, Boomerang.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first half. 124 for Convict City, 52 for Canberra. We've got about a 15-minute intermission for these teams to rest up, have some orange slices, but that gives you plenty of time to check out our merch.
That's right. Head along to Proud Minority, Liquid Gold Pinup, or even have a chat to Millie, who is giving out massages.
For all of your roller derby and other sport-related injuries.
Niggly bits.
So we're going to take a little break as well, but stop by the bake sale, get some team or tournament swag.
Ooh. And I've just seen the intermission time has changed down to 10 minutes, so you've got 9 minutes left to do your thing.
All right, we'll see you in a few, right back here at Rebellion 2019.
So that was our little intro that we've done for the people who are watching online. We have Convict City Rollers against Canberra Roller Derby League. This is Rebellion 2019. We're coming to you live from the Eltham Leisure Centre.
I believe you mean the Eltham Leisure Centre.
It is. It's not leisure. It's leisure. Leisure.
The Eltham Leisure Centre.
Welcome to This American Strife from New York City. Hello.
Hello, Ninja Hurdle from Melbourne. But I will drop all of my R's in honor of your accent.
And I'll introduce my American accent to try and make it sound as genuine I can't do it. How do you say authentic? Authentic.
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 Yeah, there you go.
All right. Roller derby back on. Flickety split wearing orange. Fast and Furiosa. We'll get those guys to sit down. Hey, Saz. Get them to... Oh. Anyway, back. We've got Orange Thunder leading with lead jammer. Can't see much right now.
Both jammers caught up in the pack. This very tight pack here on the first curve. Say cheese, Ninja.
I knew it was there, but I was pretending to be cool and not notice the photographer.
Looks like Canberra have done a star pass. We now have Grimwrath as the jammer for Canberra in the green. Flickety split coming around with 4 more points on the board for Convict City.
Mm-hmm. Very separate packs. We, 2 sets of blockers, and that was a beautiful jump.
Fast and Furiosa playing some offense there for Grimwrath, but Flickety Split gets around with another 4 points.
Back to the front straight away. I wonder if this intermission did anything for either of our teams, if it has changed them, brought them up, brought them down. Sometimes you want to maintain that momentum. So we'll see. Beautiful little jump from Grimwrath over the apex. Called, though, by Flickety Split. That's the end of the jam. That'll see 12 points there for Orange Thunder. 4 points for Canberra. What is that? That looks like an 80 point difference.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. If my sums serve me correctly, to use the Australian term. Look, in the first half, Convict City was very successful at getting lead jammer and neutralizing the Canberra jammers. And Canberra has a lot of work to do this second half if they're going to pull back this 80 point lead and try and get closer. Still plenty of time in the second half, 27, just under 28 minutes, but we've got a timeout right now.
Not sure exactly why. It doesn't appear to be a team timeout, but I could be missing something. Some sort of... Oh, it's a medical timeout. So we hope that
looks like...
I don't think it's...
It looks like Chugs, player 005 on Convict City, is having a sit down, but she's up and talking and laughing, which is always a good sign.
And back on track, we've got a couple of skaters in... So distracted. Couple of skaters. We have Rage Horse and Barry's Alive. Barry's Alive trying to find some space on the outside.
Barry's Alive digs her way out of that grave to become lead jammer. Canberra taking the lead, but we've got Rage Horse, the other jammer, trying an unsuccessful hit. Now she's got to catch up. Pack is moving very fast as jammers race to catch up. Oh!
Did she make it? I don't think she did.
No, tried an apex jump, hit on a hip.
And massive tumble there. Very well taken tumble, I have to say. I do love when skaters get a big hit and they fall well, and it's quite fabulous and exciting to watch.
But she did a good job in her track awareness. Even though she fell, she she knew where the other jammer was, called off the jam. That was a very successful jam for Canberra. 4 points and no points for Convict City. So see if Canberra can keep that momentum going and claw back that gap. But right now, Ray, the Convict City jammer, is in the lead. Lemmy Adam still having a bit of trouble on that first turn. Up against 85, Diva Death Roll.
Wow. Held back long enough for a whole lap to go around from Ray.
Now, Convict City are down a blocker, but so far they have been able to... they're able to tie up the Canberra 4 blockers to 3. And Ray gets through, notching up another 4 points on the board for Convict City. And it looks like we've got a Convict City
cut
player.
Track, that was.
Yep, that was Diva Death Roll heading to the bin.
And I think Convict Jammer is just stuck in there. Manages to make a way to the inside of the pack. Gets out of the pack and pop some more points on the board for those orange and black, very Halloween-y looking.
Yes, very Halloween themed. So that was a very successful jam for Convict City. They are now leading Canberra 148 to 64 with 25 minutes left to go in the second half. There's still time for Canberra to get back, but
they'd really have to change this game around really drastically.
The momentum is not working for them.
But we might have some space on the inside now. Not quite being recycled there. Canberra jammer number 22, Pink, missed.
Both
Still
jammers
squabbling, trying to find some space. Pink missed, though, is the one that is successful out front with lead jammer. Not sure what's happening to Bad Apple.
Bad Apple's still stuck in the orchard. This is now my goal, is just to make you groan with my puns.
Oh, very, very punny. Thanks, Strife. I forgot. I appreciate it.
Both jammers struggling on that near straight.
So this was still our first scoring trip for both jammers. So until now, that's a cut block for a pink miss. So until now, both jammers still not having scored.
Yeah, power jam now for Convict City. This is not good news for Canberra. Bad Apple taking her time, trying various lanes, trying the outside, trying the inside. She's got a little bit of time. She's the only jammer on the track. Canberra doggedly keeping her, recycling her back about 10 feet.
Oh. Got an attempt at some offense coming from Convict City, but it's not so effective. Wow. Oh, and somehow manages to get through. Bad Apple.
4 more points on the board for Convict City. And the Canberra jammer is back from the bin. She's going to try and make her way through on that inside lane. Bad Apple knocking through the opposition. Comes around for another 4 points on the board for Convict City. While Pink missed, goes to the box again.
That's got to be frustrating. Another cut track there.
Convict City 156, Canberra 66. Convict City's going to start with a power jam on the next jam. We've currently got an official review happening, so there's going to be a little bit of a pause.
Ooh, can I run in?
Please do. Ninja's going to go and try and find out what's happening with this official review. We have representatives from both benches talking to the officials. Don't forget to stay tuned to the live feed today. After this game, we've got 3 more games for you. At 3:30, we've got South Seas Roller Derby versus Auckland Roller Derby League. 5:30, we've got Northside Rollers against Varsity Derby League, also from Canberra. And at 7 o'clock, we've got VRDL Notorious VICs against the Convict City Rollers, currently on the track, leading Canberra Roller Derby League 156 to 66. Oh, a little dancing happening. Back to the old days of roller derby. Dancing at the timeouts. Chugs is back from the medical bay. That's great to see. We've got Night Witch, the Canberra bench manager, having a bit of a chat with Lemmy Adam, one of Canberra's high rotation jammers. The officials are still figuring out exactly what the situation is with this official review. But we are only 4 jams into the second half of this game. Plenty of derby left for Canberra to try and crawl back from the current gap. All right, the bench staff are reporting back to their respective benches. The officials are rolling back to the center. It looks like we may have the situation sorted. What did you find out, Ninja?
Green, Canberra was requesting that there was a cut track penalty applied to the orange jammer. It was rejected, so they lose their official review, and the no call will stand.
All right, we're starting this 5th jam with Flickety Split jamming for Orange Thunder. She's the only jammer on the track as Pink Mist, the Canberra jammer, starts off in the box. Flickety Split is going to get lead jammer. Currently a power jam for Convict City.
Sorry. Oh, it's a little bit squishy up in that packer, and now it's separated out a bit. We've got Canberra coming up to the back.
Both jammers back on the track as Pink Mist finishes up her penalty. She's caught behind a tripod of orange as Flickety Split makes her way up that inside lane. 4 more points on the board for Convict City.
Wow, this rotating tripod of orange is really just making trouble for the Canberra jammer. They're just flowing around so smoothly.
Yeah,
it's really difficult. Anyway, in the meantime, we have another 4 points for Flickety Split.
8 points this jam so far. They are really pulling away from Canberra. Pink Mist still struggling on that outside lane behind Chugs and 39 War Rig. Oh, a big hit from Serial Keller on Flickety Split. Recycles her back about 20-30 feet there. She's had enough. She decides to call it off. That's going to be 11 points on the scoreboard for Convict City, courtesy of Flickety Split. No points, extra points on the board this jam from Canberra.
Wow, it's when you see the score like that, 11 points to 0, it's kind of it's one jam at a time, but if you're notching up 8 points every jam, that gap is going to grow bigger much quickly. Yeah, and it's not for lack of trying, because we've got these Convict City blockers are just locking down the Canberra jammers time after time.
And again, Ray for Convict City gets lead jammer. And Fast and Furiosa, the green Canberra jammer, is out, but she's half a lap behind. Ray, nice footwork on the outside. She gets through. Another 4 points for Orange Thunder.
Oh, throws herself Fast and Furiosa at the jammers, at the blockers, manages to get through.
And a late block from Blocktopus, very nicely performed, but unfortunately just a half second too late. And Fast and Furiosa was able to sidestep. But
Ray there trying to call it off and only realizes perhaps that she's not lead jammer. Oh, a nice little jump there from Ray and an excellent hit from Loose Cannon. But Ray is back up, a little bit winded perhaps, a little bit slow on that. That was a nice big hit.
Fast and Furiosa taking some tumbles, decides it's not worth it, calls off the jam. 13 points on that jam for Convict City, 9 points on that jam for Canberra. For
nice work.
Yeah, current score of 180 to 75. 19 and a half minutes left in this second period.
So for those watching at home, we do have, or elsewhere, I don't know if you're at home or a friend's place, perhaps out in some cafe or pub that's showing roller derby. Anyway, we have Proud Minority and Liquid Gold Pin-Up merch here on site, both of which are available online as well. So that's Proud Minority and Liquid Gold Pin-Up.
All right, back on the action. Bad Apple gets lead jammer but takes a tumble and is forced to recycle back to avoid a cut track penalty. Barry's alive for Canberra, still stuck on that first straight. Trying to find an outlet, but the orange wall keeps reforming. She's knocked off to the inside, comes back around.
That was overreacted there. Really skillful blocking to take the Canberra jammer to the inside track like that.
Canberra losing a blocker. Pivot is in the bin. It's going to make things easier for Bad Apple. She notches up 4 more points, comes back around for her next scoring trip.
Some offense coming in from number 9 something.
Convict
anyway,
decides to call it off.
Yeah. And there was, what I was trying to say just then was that there was some lovely offense coming in from Hazard of Convict City. Anyway, the jam rather, is now over. And we will reset in time for another one.
Canberra bench is asking for a team timeout.
I think we might have a medical break.
Can we get a round of applause for our medical staff, please? Thank you for keeping all of our skaters safe and healthy.
Well, at least dealing with them after they're no longer safe. Because it's roller derby.
This is true.
It's crazy sport. It's not that bad. We've got a lot of rules to keep us safe. I'd be interested in the injury rates of roller derby compared to AFL.
I have to confess I don't watch AFL, so
well, no, of course you don't. We have women's AFL now.
I do know
footy.
that. There's actually women's AFL in New York City.
No.
Yeah, there's a team called the Magpies.
Really?
Really?
Are there any other teams?
I mean,
for
they're not
them to
professional
play?
I guess so, because it's like a recreational team. But there's a
wow. Okay. So if I migrate, if I emigrate and go to the States, I can play footy.
Yeah,
I don't know why I would. I mean, I've never played it before.
It's always time to start. And in fact, if you're here watching and you don't currently play roller derby, but you would like to play roller derby, contact your local roller derby league wherever you live. There are 1,500 leagues plus across the entire planet. There is a league near you.
There absolutely is.
And they will train you up.
Yes. You don't even need to know how to skate.
And maybe you will be out there on this track with us calling your game in a few years.
Be your own hero, as they say in Whippet. All right. Back on track, Convict City out in front with lead once again. Very dominating jammers from Convict City.
We've got a pylon here at turn 2, but Lemmy Adam is trying valiantly to find a lane. She's able to do so with a bit of help from Grimrath, but not before Convict City notches up another 4 points. And Convict City is going to call it off. Another scoreless jam for Canberra. It's got to be very frustrating for them.
1 point. Or 2 points.
Sorry, 1 point. My bad.
Maybe 2. Yeah. 2 points.
Nice call there.
I saw the fingers.
That's the trick.
I was looking at the jammer ref's hand.
That's the trick. That's why we have so many refs. Each jammer gets their own referee just for them.
So what do you got? Like 7 refs and 7 NSOs?
7 refs. I'm not sure how many NSOs, to be honest, but 7 refs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Right.
9 NSOs?
Well, right now we got 2 jammers. One of them is named Flickety Split. She's in the orange for Convict City. Pink Mist in the green for Canberra.
That's right.
Both stuck on that first straight, trying to find an outlet. And it looks like our lead jammer is going to be Flickety Split for Convict City yet again. Pink Mist only about 20, 30 feet and catching up behind.
We've got a static pack here just waiting for the jammers.
Convict City getting another 2 points on the board, as will Canberra. So a tied jam, 2-2. But that score is still quite a big gulf. 196 for Convict City, 79 for Canberra.
We've got 15 minutes left of the second half. 120 odd points in it.
And you got to be in it to win it.
You got to be in it to win it. That was a phrase from an exercise encouraging campaign.
Oh, that was a phrase from a lottery
in the
in
90s. Oh, no, you're right. It is lottery. I was thinking of Life Be in It. With that old, anyway.
We're gonna have another timeout. It looks like.
So looks like we've got some skaters getting ready for the next game. So Auckland and Southsea. Oh, Derby started.
We've got Ray jamming for Convict City. Barry's Alive jamming for Canberra, and it's going to be Ray who's going to get lead jammer. Convict City in the lead jammer again. Barry's Alive took off her helmet cover but decided to pop it back in. Ray with a nice little apex hop hits it and quits it, calls it off. 4 more points. Convict City now hitting the 200 mark. Canberra at 79. Now don't forget, this is only the first day of the Rebellion 2019 tournament here in Eltham, Victoria. We have 3 more games today, and then tomorrow we have another 6 games. So come on down. First game tomorrow is at 8:30 in the morning, running all the way through the last game at 5:30. 2 days of non-stop derby for you. 1 track, all the teams.
All the time.
All the time.
Roller derby.
Roller derby.
Oh, Bad Apple, Fast and Furious. Fast and Furiosa is through with lead. Nice work from Canberra.
Bad Apple about a half lap behind her.
We've got the teams shuffling around while the jammers come back. We've got some offense already from Canberra, hoping to help out Furiosa.
Yeah, Serial Killer trying to help out Fast and Furiosa, but she is stuck behind this impenetrable orange wall.
Yeah, they just are like kind of untouchable.
Bad Apple, though, also having a bit of trouble. Behind HMAS Barge. That's a great name.
Such a good name. I think it's this time of the game where everyone's a little bit tired.
Yes.
Everyone, you can kind of feel the fatigue set in.
People getting a little punchy. Fast and Furiosa being recycled back by
Chugs.
Chugs, thank you.
It is good to see Chugs back on track, though, because they were at the medic previously.
And it looks like we did have a star pass there to Blocktopus, but didn't matter.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened, but it was not something that could capitalize on any points. So it didn't end up mattering in this, the 11th jam of the second period.
Of the 4th game.
Of the first day.
Of the first day. Of 2019 Rebellion.
This American Strife and Ninja Hurdle with you here doing the commentary both in-house and on the stream. Rage Horse and Lemmy Adam are the 2 jammers.
Lemmy Adam looking like they're going to come through.
Both jammers got out just about the same time and then tripped each other up, but Rage Horse was able to get up first, and she is the lead jammer for Convict City. Lemmy Adam still having trouble at turn 3.
It is definitely hectic out there. You can feel the invigoration in the room.
The Rage Horse finds that open inside lane. Another 4 points notched up for Convict City. We've got a penalty. Canberra's going to lose a blocker.
It's a cut track going to number 52. Boomerang.
your favorite player name.
Absolutely.
And that was an 8-2 jam. So both teams scoring. Unfortunately for Canberra, Convict City scored a few points more. It's going to put them at 211-84 in the lead for the Tasmanian team.
Got someone just stuck in there. I think that's Hazard.
Now Canberra's
Hazard
starting
blocking in the middle. Sorry,
That's
go on,
all right.
sir.
Canberra's starting down a blocker. Just going to make things easier for Flickety Split. Is jamming in the orange. She's pushing a 2-wall further and further. Really going at it at that turn number 2. Pink Mist still stuck at turn number 1. And Canberra has to let Flickety Split through so they can avoid an out-of-play call. Flickety Split is the lead jammer. Convict City reforming those walls. Pink Mist getting stuck. But Flickety Split gets recycled back to the start of the turn again. No play, no pack. The blockers have to reform the pack. Jammer's still stuck. Flickety Split tries going right at the middle, and she's surged to the side. And the other side, but she finds a spot on the inside lane. Flickety Split is through, but Pink Mist has gone to the box on a penalty. Canberra down a jammer and a blocker as this jam ends. Not good news for Canberra.
So we just saw in that last jam, I noticed the OPRs, the outside pack refs, and I thought I'd just comment on them for anyone, mostly for the people watching at home who probably don't know or maybe can't see as well as the people that are in here. But we've got 3 outside pack refs. One hangs out at the front of the pack and ahead of it, one in the middle, and then one sort of behind, watching things from behind, covering all angles.
And of course the Convict City jammer ref is signaling that Ray has lead jammer. Canberra Pink Mist jammer still in the box. So this is a power jam for Convict City. Oh, nice attempt at a hit by Coffin Fit, but it is not enough to keep Ray behind. She has come around after notching another 4 points up. Oh, no opposition there on that inside. Hits into Coffin Fit. Knocked down, and Coffin Fit is actually going to go to the box on a penalty for that.
Yeah, it was a direction.
Got to be
It
very
was good hit. It was big hit, but obviously not legal.
not legal, right? So off she goes. But of course, the Pink Mist, the Canberra jammer, is back on the track. She's trying to get away, and she finds
Beautiful
the inside
line
lane.
along the inside there.
Nice, really nice offense from Canberra for their jammer. Oh,
but
nice
she stays
hit
in.
there.
I think she stayed in. No, yes.
Nice
No,
hit from
1
Loose
point.
Cannon. And that's that jam.
That is that jam with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. 228 points for Orange Thunder, 84 points for Canberra Roller Derby League. We'll have another 2 jammers up in a moment. Full pack. Oh, no. I stand corrected. We still have 1 blocker in the box. And off we go with Rage Horse and Berries Alive jamming for Convicts and Canberra respectively.
And it looks like we've got a cut track being called on the orange jammer Rage Horse, which is going to give a power jam to Canberra. They really need this power jam to try and get some more points on the board if they're going to close this gap at all. Berries Alive looking for an outlet, tries the outside, manages to get past the hip of number 99 for Convict City, which is Hazard.
Great work there from the Convict blockers, managing to slow down the pack and reform their tripod to keep Berries Alive, the Canberra jammer, in place.
She's making
Huff and
progress, but it's
fit.
only 10 feet at a time. And now Rage Horse is back on the track after sitting a penalty. Not lead jammer, of course. Berries Alive taking a tumble, gets back up. War Rig trying to knock her out. And it looks like Canberra are going to lose a blocker.
And still on track, we've got things that are going on. That's right, things. A couple of skaters, separated pack, a couple of jammers, perhaps, a little do-si-do, jammer on jammer action. And a pack that's ready to receive. Boom. Boom.
Boom, boom. Two walls, two jammers, but Rage Horse is the first one to get out. Unfortunately, hit out to the inside. It's going to have to recycle back, losing about 20 feet. Finds a lane on the outside. That's 4 more points on the board for Convict City.
I've lost track in this jam. There's been a lot going on.
Yeah, Barry's alive. Recycled back 10 feet as the Convict City walls reformed. Tried to find a lane on the inside, but the jam ended before she could get anywhere with it. 240 points for Convict City Orange Thunder, 92 points for Canberra Roller Derby League. We have 6 minutes left to go in this game.
That's right, and if you're waiting for the next one, it'll be going about 15 minutes following the end of this one. We've got South Sea Roller Derby and Auckland Roller Derby coming up shortly. And on track we've got Bad Apple and Fast and Furiosa. Looks like no one is lead quite yet, but some really furious action. We'll have the front of the pack. That's it.
Bad Apple gets lead as the 2 Canberra blockers are forced to let her go to avoid an out-of-play call. Convict City lead jammer once again, but Fast and Furiosa, trying to get through, not having a good time of it. Oh, no, there's been a star pass.
That's right, we did get a star pass, and it's to Coffin Fit.
Coffin Fit finds a space on the outside, and she is through.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a power jam for Canberra as the Convict City jammer, Bad Apple, goes to the box on a cut track.
So we're going to see all 2 minutes of this.
Coffin Fit getting recycled back by Blocktopus, true to her name.
Nice little squish to the inside. Coffin Fit still pushing, trying to find a line at the inside, now looking to the outside. Gets some space, gets a bit of a run on, but taken out by Bama and potentially Blocktopus. I couldn't see exactly over that end. But Coffin Fit is not giving up. They just continue.
We got Hurt Cobain doing a little bit of offense, trying to help her jammer, Coffin Fit, get through. Still tied up on that near straight.
It's very slow moving. Coffin just slowly getting through. Yeah. And that's Boomerang again with a nice solid hit to the outside.
Coffin Fit just standing there.
Taking a break, I think.
Yeah, decided that was it for now. But that's 4 more points on the board for Canberra.
Maybe realizing how much aerobic fitness you need to be a jammer.
Oh, man, I could not do it. I can either do laps or take hits, but I cannot do both. Excuse me, can you move, please? Thank you.
All right, here we go. 3.5 minutes left in this game. Ooh, a little bit of a change around coming from Orange Thunder. 3 jammers go back, 3 blockers go back, 1 blocker goes forward. Seems to have worked.
Yeah, flickety split through. Yeah. Thanks to some offense by Hazard. Lemmy Adam, the Canberra jammer, still stuck on turn 1, getting tied up at the outside, and she takes a tumble. She's going to get recycled back about 30 feet as Flickety Split comes around with another 4 points on the board for Convict City. Lemmy Adam really having trouble with this Convict tripod. A little bit of offense from her teammate there, but it's not enough. Finds a lane, and then number 22 on Convict
Pink
City
missed.
Knocks her out. Overreactor.
Overreactor.
Yeah. So Lemmy Adam really having a devil of a time here, while Flickety Split is just doing laps and notching up points.
There we go. Some action there from Lemmy Adam now.
Yeah, Lemmy Adam is out, but she must be tired. Flickety Split getting a little bit of more resistance now from a reformed Canberra wall.
And that is the end of that jam.
Yeah, the pivot blocker Grimrath really having some nice footwork there, tying up Flickety Split.
Wow. Strife, that was a 15-point jam for Orange Thunder.
And
0 points for Canberra.
Yeah, that was a huge jam for Canberra. They've really pulled away 255 points to 96 with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, and I think if we can learn anything from this game, it's that you should bring a crowd of supporters, because that's clearly what gets you the points. It's the supporters, right?
Oh, and Rage Horse threw in a jiffy to become lead jammer for Convict City. Pink Mist for Canberra still having a bit of trouble trying to find an inside lane, not getting through. Scarlet's Web on Convict City denying her that chance.
Rage Horse now doing a little bit of hitting on the inside and then just finds a gap and pops straight through. I think Canberra have now switched to more of an offense focus just to try and get their jammers through more easily.
Yeah, I think they just want to get some more points on the board and close up the gap for the standings. Rage Horse, meanwhile, just bashing her way through easy lanes, easy pickings, easy points. Pink Mist still struggling.
Again, little bit of play in the back of the pack and then finds a line up the inside, making it look really easy.
Yeah, Rage Horse just galloping through that pack.
Oh, Strife.
And Canberra has affected a star pass, giving the star to Hurt Cobain, now the jammer. Unfortunately, not going to have enough time to score any points with that. 16 more points for Convict City.
And with 26 seconds on the period clock, we'll probably, maybe...
We might have one more jam left to go. We've certainly got 2 jammers lined up. No one in the box. Both teams at full strength.
There we go. One more jam.
One more jam. Last jam tonight. Well, not the last one, but for this game, maybe. Ray jamming for Convict City. Barry's Alive jamming for Canberra. And Ray is the lead jammer for the Orange Tasmanian team.
Oh, great hit there from number 99, Hazard.
Barry's Alive still having trouble as Ray tries to do a little apex hop.
Takes a tumble.
Yeah, it gets back up because jammers have to be able to do that. They take a licking and keep on ticking. As we used to say about watches. 4 more points for Ray and Convict City.
Let's see what Canberra does if they run the clock down and go the whole way.
Oh!
No.
Nice little falling call off there from Ray.
Nice jump, landed that, got the points, calls it off.
And that's going to be the end of the game. Our unofficial score, which does not look like it's going to be challenged. 279 for Convict City Rollers, Orange Thunder. 96 for Canberra Roller Derby League. Let's have a big round of applause for both teams. That is the end whistle. This game is done and dusted. Big shout out to our Convict City Rollers roster: Chugs, Blocktopus, Bam, Burgess, Deadly Red, Overreactor, Rage Horse, War Rig, Flickety Split, Diva Death Roll, Bad Apple, Ray, Scarlet's Web, and Hazard. And on the bench, Bex, Go Bee, Bahali, and Zubrat. Who do we got on Canberra Roller Derby League, Ninja?
For Canberra Roller Derby League, we have Lou Scannon, Coffin Fit, Grimrath, Hurt Cobain, Fast and Furiosa, Pink Mist, Berries Alive, Bob and Weaver, Lemmy Adam, Blocky McBlockface, Booberang, HMAS Barge, Hurdy Gurdy, Serial Killer, and on the bench we have Night Witch and Overbearing.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone watching the live stream from home. Thank you to everyone who's come down to the Eltham Leisure Centre. They're lining up now for that sweaty high five from their favorite skater.
One of my favorite parts of the game. Up next, we've got game number 5. We've got the South Sea Roller Derby Sirens versus the Auckland Roller Derby League Bolts. Hope to see you there, or speak to you there.
Stay tuned. We'll be back in 5:30 for the next game after that. See you soon.